Hey guys, welcome to your second PHP tutorial. I assume you guys must have installed XAMPP, Notepad++, and Google Chrome, all these three softwares. If you haven't, please go and watch the first video. There are all the instructions given in the first video of what are the software requirements and where you can get it. So please go and watch that video. If you have installed, let's get started. So this is how XAMPP looks. So first of all, I would like you guys to see that where XAMPP is installed. Most of you must have installed XAMPP in C drive and XAMPP folder, but there are chances that some of you must have installed it somewhere else. So how to check it is just right click on your XAMPP and double click on the Opal file location. So I have installed it in my H drive. So what you guys need to do is remember the folder htdocs. This folder is very important, so you need to go to htdocs folder and then you have to create a folder over here for your all the projects that you're going to make. So we are going to make, suppose let's say I'll make a folder called YouTube. Okay, so this is the folder in htdocs folder of XAMPP. So whatever file of PHP that you're going to make, we are going to store it over here, and then once we start our server, we can access it through the server. So next thing what we need is Notepad++. So let's open Notepad++. So this is the first new file over here. What we'll do is first we'll save the file in the directory where we have created the folder. So save as, we'll go to our destination. In my case it is H drive and then XAMPP htdocs, the YouTube folder. Now we will name it as, let's say we are going to learn today about variables, so I'll name it variables. And save it as type PHP. So here we get a drop down list where we can search for PHP. Here it is. Right, so we'll save it as PHP. Yes, now it shows over here variables.php. Now let's get started with typing the PHP code. So it's very easy to type PHP code. We have to start with the code like this. Any PHP file you start writing by this statement, this less than symbol, then the question mark, then you write PHP. It prompts because we have already saved the file as PHP file, so it prompts. Just press enter and then you close the file with a question mark and greater than symbol. That's it. Now whatever code we are going to write is going to be between in this both the symbols. Okay, so for example we are going to learn about variables today. So what are variables? All variables in PHP start with a $sign. Remember this. It's a $sign for all the variables. And variables may contain strings, numbers, or arrays. Basically, variables can store the following data like numbers, or strings, or characters, or arrays, anything. So it stores the value. So once we look at an example, you'll get a better idea of what variables are. So PHP provides support for 6 general data types. So integers is the first one. Integers like numbers, say 1, 2, 100, 200, any type of number. Next one is floating point number. Now floating point numbers are generally numbers like 2.3, 3.4, 3.147, 200.123, something like that. So that has decimal points. So these are called floating point numbers. Third one is strings. Strings is like a character string. For example, let's say a sentence or something like 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. So this is a string of characters it can store. Then next one is arrays. Arrays is like again a group of characters or numbers of the same data type. But objects are basically like classes. And booleans. Booleans is like it either can store as true or it can store as false, either of these two. So these are called booleans. These are 6 general data types that PHP supports. So we will write down a simple program over here to understand the data types. So let's say first one we'll try is integer. So make sure your data type or variable name doesn't start with a dot or any other special characters or number. Make sure that it starts as a character and then you can add number, but not any special characters. So make sure that you write it that way. So let's start. First we'll write dollar because that's what we all the variables start, and let's say variable 1, VARABLE 1. Okay, variable 1 is our first variable. Now to assign a value to variable 1, what we do is we use assignment operator, which is in this case equal to. So now we have to assign some value to variable 1. So how you do that? Let's say we first will try with integer. So integer, let's say number 7, we store value 7. Now to end every statement in PHP, we have to put semicolon. Okay, so this is how we end the statement in PHP. Now next variable we'll do is dollar variable 2. Okay, now here we will assign a floating point number or a decimal number, say like 3.14. okay, semicolon again because we have to end the line. Next one is third variable that we'll try to store, variable 3. That's what we are going to name it. Again we are going to use assignment operator. Sorry, over here I have 3 point, yeah, my bad. So variable 3 will be say string, so like something will type, yeah. So this is just a string of characters, but when you're putting in a string, make sure that you use quotation marks. So use quotation marks to add a string. Alright, so this is how we insert a string into the variable. Next one, array, objects and booleans. These are three are remaining, but for today we will be just looking at the first three types of variables. Once we look at array, objects and booleans in separate videos, that time we'll understand how to store them into variables. For today we'll just take a look at the first three types, that is integers, floating points and string. That will be more than sufficient for you to get started with PHP. Okay, so we have stored three variables, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, and they contain three different types of values. So now what we can do is we can actually print these values on the screen, or actually display. Print is the statement that we use to display these values on the screen. So how can we do it? What we do is we will type the statement print, see it appears, space, then we'll write dollar, and then we'll type variable 1. Yeah, it pops up over here, variable 1, enter, and then we have to end the statement, so semicolon. Next thing what we can do is we can print variable 2, again print space dollar variable 2. Third one will be print space dollar variable 3. okay, so we can print all these three statements on the screen. That is, we can actually display all these three variable what they contain. Okay, but still it won't work right now. You know why? Because we haven't started the server in our XAMPP. So let's get down to XAMPP. This is how XAMPP looks. What you have to do is you have to start XAMPP over here, that is Apache. MySQL you won't be needed now because that we will be learning when we start with the database. So just start with Apache server over here and then you'll be good to go. Alright, so we have written the code for all the variables and how to display them. Now what we can do is we can just run this in Chrome, launch in Chrome. Okay, it is not working. Okay, I guess this is not working because we have not saved the file. Let's save the file first. Control S, you have to press Control S, that is very much important. Now we will refresh the file. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll have to explain you guys how to open these files. If you just try to run it through Notepad++, it's not going to work. So what you have to do is, you have to open your Google Chrome and you have to type this address. Remember, this address is very important. What you have to do is, you have to go to localhost / the folder name where you are going to store all the files. In our case, it will be YouTube, and / just open the folder and then you will be able to see the file over there. Yeah, see, we see our files over here, variables.php. So we open it over here now, and this is what we see. 77 with 7 is the first one over here. Wait, let's, yeah, so variable 1 is 7, that's what is displayed over here, 7. The next one is print variable 2, that is 3.14. you can see 3.14, and the third one over here, variable 3, will be the string of characters. So we can see over here the string. So this is how we print the variable. And if you have any queries or any doubts, please make sure that you put it in the comments below. If you haven't understood anything, please do ask, and I will try to make my videos much more better. And thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to check our other videos. See you in the next one. Peace.